Hey, hey, how you doing? God bless you. God bless your family. It's a beautiful day out here, man. It's a very beautiful day. And I want to open your eyes even more to the sun, to the energy, to God. Do you know today, in what we might call the most greatest generation of explosion of technology of them all, do you know today, at the beginning of these time periods of the beginning of moving into the 21st century, they are showing you movies. Pay attention. Pay attention, brothers and sisters. Pay attention. They're showing you movies of your end on Netflix. The Last Day of Crimes, putting a chip inside your brain, making you think that all crime does not exist. If anybody knows something about the conscious and the subconscious mind, they will know that the subconscious mind is very more powerful and more infinite beyond ever imagined to tap into than any other power in this world. Human beings are the greatest creations of all time and all being. If men knew that if they read repetitively, things would start to make sense. Wisdom would start to intertwine. We are made like trees. This is the wording of the Son of the Living God, the Son of the Living God who I represent. I represent the Spirit of truth, and I only judge by the fruit of my labors. Now, as you can see, that this world is moving into an outright, out loud cry for ideas to be heard and people to proving that their ways of living are greater. When I tell you something, greater is He that is in me than he that is in the world. We do not represent culture, neither do we represent America. We live here. But the truth be known, we are in slavery. This is bondage in America. And our people, and people know who I say of, the Israelites and the Hebrews, our people have been stationed here to be in bondage and slavery. We were stationed to be in bondage and slavery in Egypt. We were stationed to be in bondage in many places. We were stationed to be bonded, ladies and gentlemen, to almost everyone. And now those times are passing, where the truth will be revealed and we will have public disclosure. And I'm telling you right now, all those who are running into front line of battle, tell you now, the first will be last and the last shall be first. And anyone who try to gain in this world will lose their life. And anyone who will die in this world for the Son of the living God shall gain more than they ever had in their entire life. You jail yourself with the word of God. You should never taste death. These things are very well true. For Jesus Christ came in this world to abolish death and to bring immortality to the light through the gospel. Do you know of this man? Do you know of his teachings? Do you know of his ways? For he taught us from the inside of the Spirit, and sound doctrine has not been taught in the churches anymore. For we walk by faith, not by sight. And many of these men do not know how to do these things. They speak hypocrisy. They want to be known for their loud mouths and their vain glory. They take titans. If they truly know how to turn this world around, they would know that Christmas is not about feeding just your family and saluting the man in your house. It would be about feeding the poor, those criticize, those who people judge, those who men and women shun because of how they look, what they say, what they do. No connection because of their differences in life, their ideals. That world, I say, that is not a world of peace. That is a world divided. How can a kingdom grow divided? No kingdom can bring disastrous and destruction to their own home and say that it will be peace. And sorry for my stuttering, but it's not possible. No kingdom divided cannot stand. And I am one of the few that know all the stories, that should know all the things, even the story of Nebuchadnezzar and the prophet of Daniel, knowing about the chips. Before our time came, our blessings was to know that the prophets of the Lord were true. And the message was out there for us to have. Those who seek knowledge will gain spirituality, will gain love, will gain fortune. Not in the next life, but in this life and in the next life. If for those who have righteousness, and for righteousness' sake, their thirst shall be quenched. And blessed be the pure of hearts, they shall see God. Blessed be those who are do wicked things this day, the darkest souls of this world right now. I pray for you. And I pray for the spirit of truth find you. No matter what you did in this world, no matter what people think about you. I pray for you. Do not chase man. Do not chase men for their vainglory or their idle words. Seek wisdom and seek understanding. And in all you get understanding and wisdom out of the Bible. Do not follow these men. For these men walk a path without God. I tell you now, narrow is the way, but straight is the gate, and broad is the way of destruction. There are many paths. There are many spiritual paths. But what is the most unique perfected? What is the most unique to perfected being that you have ever known is God? Why would you look for anything else to even imitate or image? In the times that we live in today, we need God more than ever. We need sound doctrine, not the doctrines of the church. Not those that say that their cars and their money is first. Not those who are high-minded or who will not listen to the children of God. Not those who say among men they are greater. For the greater, the one who say he is greater among us is the least of us in the kingdom of heaven. For I tell you now, these men will be humbled, and the humble shall be exalted. Many things. Many things. We go through suffering. Have you seen any of these churches that's prospered and had abundance go through suffering? No. For they do not walk in the faith. Neither do they not know of Jesus' story. Neither do they truthfully search for sound doctrine. For if they would have known Jesus was born in poverty to bring humility, not to show us that he comes in glory of kings, and want to be with the princes, and want to be with those who are on top of this world. No, he chose to be with those who are at the bottom, his family, and humbled himself, even as God of this world, to show his family a greater life. Not a system, but a life. And that is what we face today. Making a decision whether you live in a system or a life. Make those plans today. Prepare. Research and look at the Bible. For even in our weaknesses, his power is made sufficient. When you pray, how long do you pray? Do you know a demons attack you right after you pray? Do you know these things? It is time for you to know. It is time for you to strengthen your spirit, not your flesh, not the lust. Put on the full armor of God. For the sword of the Spirit is the word of God that you use. And the truth buckler is the word of God that you pull out. And it is the Bible. Put on the breastplate of righteousness. Put it on the shield of faith. And put on the shun of feet. And go into battle and rebuke and reapproach these demons and your people. Change their ways and open their eyes to the light, for we are the light of the world. May God bless you and God bless your family.